friends, welcome back for another video. Today I will be starting a Scraplift series where I take amazing creators and try to mimic a layout I admire. Scraplifting is honestly how we all learn. We learn off each other new techniques, products, and creative visions that come to play. I will be scraplifting the amazing Paige Evans. I so admire all of her work, all of her bright colors, all of her amazing cut files. This layout was featured in this year's spring issue of Scrapbooks and Cards. I knew I just had to try it. So here are a few cute elements to watch out for. Paige's Quilt Patchwork cut file, which I will link in the description where you can download your own cut file. Bright color pages, she actually uses her collection, Wonder Collection. So I'll be using bright colors. Crepe paper Rosette, that you can do by hand, not hard to do. Fine-like embellishments like these banners and these bright pops of color for you. She incorporates gold puffy hearts, a colorful banner, and some paint splatters. So I will have to try to put all these things together to mimic her layout. And most importantly, have fun. So join me as I try to create this lovely spread. So I will be using Dear Lizzy's She's Magic paper pad, and those have a lot of bright colors. And I have this blue polka dot page. I don't remember what collection that's from. I'll have to take a look and see if I can find the name of it. I've already cut Paige's patchwork cut file, and so I went ahead and cut that out. And I went ahead and printed my pictures. These pictures I actually took the day before Mother's Day, and so that was for me a Mother's Day gift to myself of my children. So we actually took pictures at the Fresno Temple, and they came out really nice. So I just wanted to document and make this layout as part of my Mother's Day. So yeah, I'm just putting these together. Now when you print out your pictures, you want to make sure that they fit in the squares above, and I do use a punch. And I punch out a bunch of papers that I liked through the paper pad. I selected a few, and these squares actually measure exactly for these squares, and so I just cut them in half to make these triangles. And so then I'm just going to go and cut all these and start putting them here and there so that their two patterns are not right by each other. So you want to just spread them out, and I just carefully just kind of get the feel of how or where I want to put the colors. And then I just, when I decide that that's how I want it, I go ahead and adhere all the pieces. When adhering these pieces together, you want to make sure that you have a glue that has a fine tip, or else the glue will be everywhere and it's such a huge mess. So this adhesive is actually pretty great. I actually recommend it. It's art glitter and it comes with a little fine tip, and it is amazing, and it does dry clear. So I highly recommend that for piecing little pieces like this. So here I actually fill in all the little triangles, and so now I'm getting ready to adhere it to my page. Make sure that I put enough glue all the way around and in the center so it doesn't lift in places. And I just carefully place it in the middle as best as I could. And I just gently pat it down so it adheres to the page. Now I'm going to start getting ready to embellish. I already had this tissue, this crepe paper tissue Rosette, and it's actually pretty easy to make. Just get regular crepe paper. You can get it from the Dollar Tree or 99 cents, and then you just fold and pleat it, and then go in a circle, and then just staple the middle. Pretty easy. And here I'm just adding some dots, and I have punched out a heart from pink glitter cardstock, and I just put that in the center. I pull out these Heidi Swapp puffy stickers, and I pull out the hearts to put them in the centers. So that was pretty easy. And then I actually had to cut out a banner. I didn't have the actual embellishment that she has are from her line, the Wonders collection line, and so I don't have the paper pads or the ephemera pieces, so I just had to make my own, and I just cut I Love You because I love my kids, and I was going to do it in different colors, but then I thought it already has a lot of tons of colors, and I just felt like it would get lost in the page, so I just cut them out in black and just adhered them with my art glitter glue, and tried to center as best as I could. And I do towards the end realize that my U is slightly a little below, and so like when I wanted to straighten it out, it was already too late and it already adhered to the page. So I just had to leave it as is. Sometimes that's what happens. You know, you just have to make do with what you end up with. Sometimes you can't strive for perfection always. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad, I guess. We're our own worst critics. So now I'm just making my lines for my journaling. Paige uses a teal pen and she underlines her journaling. So I went ahead and make my lines first. Some will journal and then they'll just make the lines underneath it, which is great too. Either or. For me, I just want to make sure that I'm journaling in a straight line because it's just so easy for me to go crooked. So for me, I just decided to do my lines, and I just happened to get a little bit on the white part of the cut file, and so I just went ahead and just used a little bit of whiteout tape, and I just cleaned up my mess a little. So yeah, now I'm just ready to journal, and sometimes I'm really good at journaling. I just think at the top of my head and just journal, and other times I will sit with my thoughts and I'll practice or write it out on a piece of paper, and then I'll just transfer that over to my page, because the worst thing that could happen is you make a mistake and then there's this hideous like blob or cross out or something, and yeah, you don't want that. So I always, try to write my journaling first. Now I'm ready to do my splatters. These are just, watercolors that I just picked up, a set from Michaels. I know that this is not what you want to use to do splatters. There's like special misters and inks that you use, but this is what I had, and so I just used what I had on hand. And I just matched the blue that's in the journaling, because that's what Paige uses. She uses like this teal pen, and she uses like this teal splatters. So I tried to pick a color that matched as close as my, to the color of my pen ink, and so this was the closest that I found. And I just gently take a little bit of, water, moisten up that watercolor, and just, get my finger and just splatter it over on my page. And it was pretty easy, I think. As I practice, I'll get better at it. Actually, I think this is probably my second or third time that I've actually used this technique. So I think that it's great because we practice different techniques. And now I forgot that on Paige's page she has a banner underneath that other embellishment. So I went and I found this sticker from one of my chipboard stickers, and so I just said, perfect, it has the little colors, it matches the colors on my page. I'm just going to stick that on here, and I call it good. So this is what my final layout looks like, and if we compare it to Paige's, it looks pretty similar. I wouldn't say it's identical because, of course, she's amazing and I'm just starting off. So here it is, guys. I hope you like the video and hope you guys are encouraged to download this file and try this out yourselves. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.